Hey everybody, hope this works. StreamYard is telling me YouTube is having problems going live. So I'm hoping that this works. Let me all know if you can see me and hear me. I'm not, oh, I think it's working. All right, awesome. I think I'm on. How's everybody tonight? I'm going to say hello. Pilgrim, you made it here before I did. I don't know how you did that. My brother Kevin. I just spoke to Cher Bear. She wanted to thank everybody for the prayers and all the well wishes for her and all the thoughts. So if anybody who doesn't know, Cher Bear is going through a rough time. If you guys could all please say a prayer for her. Anybody who does that. Hey, Mary. Great to see you. My sister Dee. You guys are all just chatting. Hey, Shannon. Mrs. Metal, my dear, how are you? Hey, Dusty. How did it work? Are you good? Did it work well? What we were talking about the other day? I know I'm having some like strange lighting issues. If I just have my light on, I have like this glow above me, and so I tried opening the curtains, and then I just get these weird shine on me. I can't, and I couldn't even it out. So it is what it is. And I have some serious allergies, so my voice sounds like this. Hey, PJ, how are you, my friend? If I miss anybody, it's not on purpose. Hello, Rabbit. How are you? I'm glad to see you weren't scared to come in here tonight. Yeah, Kevin, you guys are getting some really nasty weather down there. Hey, my Renaissance grandma, how are you? Hey, Holly, Southern Tier Prepper. Oh, happy birthday, Shannon. Oh my God. I know I don't have to tell you guys, but stay hydrated. Hey, little lone prepper. Hey, Tuck. I am sweet and innocent. Hey, Daryl. Okay, I think I got everybody. If I missed you, it was totally not on purpose. So I figured we'd talk tonight about if you guys know like what the root anybody who suffers from anxiety, I know not all of you do. Some of you are just awesome and come and hang out. If you guys know what started it, where it came from. I know I know mine started as a kid. I remember having OCD as a kid, like when I was 9, 10 years old. I remember certain things I did that now I know are OCD. I had no idea back then. Back then, I just thought I kept checking for things, even though I checked 17 times. Hey, Steele. And I know I had anxiety back then. It didn't really show itself as much as it did later in life. I had some things that, just really bad stress things that I think just kind of triggered it and made it come. That will definitely do it to you. I don't actually have any experience with that, so it's not something I could even have any opinions on. But I know other people do, and they might be able to give you some tips. I mean, I know some of the symptoms are the same as anxiety or panic attacks, and I know some of them are not. Um, Yeah, a lot of them come from childhood. Do you remember? Is like there was it was there a specific incident that you remember? You don't have to say it, if you don't want. But do you remember? Like, was it a specific incident? Is just something you remember as a kid having? I know my parents were whacked, and especially my mother. So I know that a lot of my anxiety stemmed from her. It was a learned behavior, at least my opinion. It was a learned behavior. She was nuts about certain things, and she just that's how I learned to have all this anxiety and certain things. I think mine came when I was in my 20s and I had so much stuff going on. There's actually this it's like a quiz questionnaire something that they give you when oh, oh my god. Wow, yeah, that will definitely cause some serious anxiety. I'm so sorry that happened to you, Ali. I'm not sure what you're agreeing with. Was it the childhood, the learned behavior? Um, So I know they give this like questionnaire type of thing. It says, stress factors that can highly attribute to um, tipping off anxiety and panic attacks, and things like moving, buying a new house, getting married, having a baby, things like that. And when I was 22 ish, 23 ish, um, I had just so much stuff. I had parents going through a divorce who loved to put me in the middle. I was engaged. I was getting married. We were moving. I was having a really bad custody battle. There was just so many things that hit me all at once, and I think that's what just set me off over the edge. And after I had my first panic attack, it stemmed from there, and it just kept going. Then I started fearing that I would have another panic attack. Oh my God, that's horrible. I'm so sorry. Hey, Teresa. Oh, thank you. Took me. Oh my God. Oh, I'm sorry, Rabbit. That sucks. I just wish my mother had took us out of this. Yeah, and unfortunately, back then, it wasn't as recognized as it is today. It wasn't as easy as it is today. I'm not making excuses for her at all. I just know it wasn't as easy back then, and you didn't have the resources. But yeah, that's horrible. Wow, that will yeah, that can cause some serious issues there. Well, I'm glad you removed yourself from the situation. So I know if you can find your root cause, that's like the first step in, dealing with it, trying to get over it, trying to get rid of the symptoms that you have with this stuff. Kind of like, admitting you have a problem is the first step if you can figure out your root problem. So, how many of you like know your root problem, and like how many of you don't know your root problem, and it's just like, well, it came on one day and I don't know why, and I've been suffering ever since. Oh, that's beautiful. I'm so happy for you, Allie. So, oh, and I left the link up at the top. Anybody is welcome to come on up and come up and talk. You can be on camera, not be on camera. The choice is up to you. The only thing I ask is that you keep it family friendly, and that we just don't talk about politics here. There's plenty of other channels for that. We just try to keep it to the subjects at hand. Okay, I know a lot of people turn to religion for help, and that's wonderful if you have that. Not everybody does, and I would never say anything about somebody else's beliefs. Everybody has their own beliefs. Yeah, I um, I used to work and see things where I used to work. I used to see things with child abuse, and it was the things that people got away with were disgusting. Aw. Well, getting yourself out of the situation, I mean, I feel like you are possibly, I'm not sure if you're joking or not, because I know you make a lot of jokes about that. But, removing yourself from a situation that is unhealthy is definitely a, a big help. I mean, you should never let yourself stay in a situation where it's, unhealthy like that. Either fix the situation or get out of it. You got to do one or the other. You can't stay in something that will cause you that kind of pain and suffering. So, one of the ways that they used to tell us if you if you didn't know where it came from, if one day you woke up suddenly and you were like, I don't know, I just have anxiety and I don't know where it came from, it was to keep a journal and write things down. Every time you had a panic attack or you were high anxiety, write down, what you were feeling, what you were feeling a couple of days before. Um, See if you can think of anything that might have caused you the panic attack. Was there something stressful that had happened within the last few days? A traumatic incident, something, or just like a big move or something that's just stressful. I mean, buying a car is stressful, getting into a new relationship is stressful, financial situations are stressful. There's so many different things that can cause stress. And when they all kind of come together, that's usually when panic seems to hit you out of the blue, even though you don't know why it is. Yeah, that's just horrible. I'm sorry, Holly. A lot of people grew up like that. It's really a horrible, horrible situation. I'm so sorry that you had that little lone prepper. Hey, Joy. I had agoraphobia for a year. The man I was dedicated to for 38 years left me at my wake. Oh. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I was agoraphobic for a good portion, and I have to say that my husband's my rock. So I'm so sorry that he left you when you were like that. That's but I'm so happy for you um, that you found Daryl. That's awesome. Is that the Daryl in chat? I feel like I saw you on somebody's live stream, and you were back and forth. I think finally it was done. Couldn't do it anymore. My attorney didn't do anything to help me, but at least it was worst. You know what? Sometimes you have to just take the hit and walk away from it if it's going to cause you more stress to keep fighting. I was going through a really, really bad custody battle. I mean, it was horrible. My son's father and his family were a very powerful family, and his brother was a lawyer. I had no money. His father was a union leader of the railroad. They just had a lot of influence and power. So fighting them was horrible. And I just, I had like a legal aid attorney that was couldn't do anything for me. And finally, after all that was done, and I got my life back together, and I wasn't like, you know, I wasn't in the same situation I was. I had my son back and everything, and this guy would never pay his child support, and the courts would do things automatically. I didn't have to do them. They stopped him. They froze his bank accounts. He couldn't get a license. If he got pulled over and his license was suspended for not paying child support, which they did automatically, it was an automatic arrest. So the courts did that. But when it came down to it, because he would go in and keep having to try to get his child support lowered, which was a joke because he literally paid the bare minimum of child support, like literally paid the bare minimum of somebody who was not working. And he was trying to get it lowered, saying he had no more money. But it was not worth it. It was so not worth it. I was like, I don't need your money. I need you to get out of my life, because it was just, if for my own mental health and for my son's mental health, everything, just it was, get out of my life. I don't need your money. I don't care what you do. Let him win. I don't care. The court wouldn't let him. But I didn't really have to fight it. So I could have went and got it raised like 17 times, but it was just not worth it. So sometimes it's just better to do it for your own health, even though it sucks at the time. At least in my opinion. Bees cause me anxiety too. I can't. I get that, Kevin. Too much drink used. No, Miss Metal. That's. I'm so sorry you went through that, but I'm so happy you got out of it. Yeah, that's it. You know what? Triggers come in weird things. They could come in smells. They could come in, um, a picture. They could come in a song. They could come in so many different things. If you know what your triggers are and you can avoid them, that's awesome. Okay, that's awesome. I thought I had seen that on whose was it? Ella's. I think it was Ella's that I saw both of you there. Yeah, I mean, survivors. Yeah. Oh, maybe the roaming prepper. That's possible too. Hmm. Mm. Thank you. It's, you know what, it's so long over now. I mean, my son, who was the part of this, is now 31. So it's, and both his father and his uncle have passed on. So, and while I'm not happy for my son that that happened, I can't say that I have any anything towards that. You know what? We all went through. We all have gone through some stuff, and I have not gone through some of the stuffs that some of you all have said in this chat tonight. Thank, you know, and I thank God you guys got out of it when you did. So we all have our own demons we battle, and I think, you know, that's, we just get to the point where we're just, you know, taking so much in that eventually something breaks. And, you know, people go in different directions with it. Some people become drug addicts, some people become alcoholics, some people, you know, become completely introverted and don't talk to anybody. You know, and some people just have panic and depression. And I think that's a good majority of us that, not like you guys, like just in general, I think a good majority of it, of people, just they have the anxiety and depression be just because, you know, we can only take so much before we break, you know. But having a good support system is really important. And if you don't have one at home, you know, find somebody, you know, I mean, I'm just you know, I'm like nobody else. I like to try to have people come together so they can share their stories and such. But talk to somebody who, you know, maybe going through it, find a therapist, have a good support system, and it really makes a good difference. Thank you, Holly. You know, as I said, you guys are always welcome to email me. I am always available. I know, you know, I'm literally here because I want to help somebody. What I went through was so debilitating for quite a few years, and I don't want to see anybody go through that. So if I can even help one person and, you know, help them with their anxiety or help them get out of the house, then I will. I feel like I will have done my job. You know, you might be allergic to something in it. Allergic to eucalyptus, which has is in Vicks Vapor Rub, and it's funny because my one of my best friends uses it completely. I mean, I swear she has stock in it because of the she uses it for everything. Like, you ever see that movie, My Big Fat Greek Wedding, when he's like Windex, broken bone, put on Windex. She's like that with the Vicks Vapor Rub. She uses it for everything, but I can't stand the smell because of the eucalyptus. I don't know if I'm actually allergic to it or not, but the smell actually makes me nauseous. Oh, that's fine. If you did, I didn't even notice. Call me anything you want. Now my ex told people I cheated on her and beat her during her life. I don't know. Oh, that sucks. I'm so sorry. I don't know why women do that. Some, you know what? Some people are a just they're attention whores, and they, you know, feel bad for me, please feel bad for me, and they make up stuff just so they can get that attention, and that sucks. That really sucks for you. I'm sorry you had to deal with that. Yeah. Hey, Blackbird, nice. I'm so happy you made it. Coffee is, I don't know what that means. I missed something. Smells is a big one. So if you can avoid it, I mean, that's great. I know it's probably hard to do though. Aw, thanks, Pilgrim. That is true. That first sip is like a little heaven in a cup. But you don't drink coffee. You're the Mountain Dew lady, right? Yeah. Hey, Minute Man. That's okay. Time with your boys is always more important. Oh, by the way, I hope everybody, all you dads out there, had an awesome Father's Day. Kevin, that's blasphemy. Coffee and ice do not belong in the same sentence. Good for you. And Kevin is invincible. So between the two of you, aw, I love and appreciate you too. Thank you. That's so sweet. Hey, Joe. It's 15 feet from the spot. Ouch. Are you okay? Are you doing okay with that? I mean, that can definitely set off some anxiety there. We have four people home, like my parents and nephew. Oh my God. Oh my God, widows. Wow. Wow, the fact that you could forgive them, that's a really strong person. I'm so sorry you had to go through that. Wow. Oh. Well, then you can only go up, right, Tuck? I don't know if I'm saying that right. Tuck by V? Let me know if I'm like mispronouncing your name. Oh, except for planes. I won't get on a plane either. I'm so glad you got out of that situation. And you know what? If it made you stronger, then at least something good came out of it. Well, I don't smoke and I don't eat McDonald's, but let me see if I can find you because I can't do it on StreamYard. Why can't I find you on this one? There you go. My boy on a train ride for Father's Day. Oh, that's awesome. How old are your boys again, Minuteman? I know you had said once. It's okay if you don't want to say it. I understand. Oof. Hey, Angela. Great to see you. Yeah. Now, are you going to make me one too, Rabbit? Because I could definitely use one. I did not have dinner yet. Uh, oh, okay, good. The water boiling. Time to blast. Have a great night, Blackbird. Thanks for coming by. Okay, I see. I missed somebody because I see somebody saying hello. All right, I'm definitely missing comments here. I'm sorry if I missed your comment. I don't know if the chat is bouncing on me or it's just me. Very well could be me. Yeah. And you get up every day and you make a beautiful post every morning, and it just, I got to tell you, your posts, your videos every morning, I absolutely love them. Sometimes I'm at work and I'm just trying to read it as it goes, and I don't always comment, and I always go, oh, I have to go back and comment, and sometimes I forget. So but I do see almost all of yours, and they always put a smile on my face. You are a extremely strong person. Hey, Devil Dog. Yeah, it's so hard sometimes. I'm glad. I'm glad I could make you smile. Aw, maybe that's a good thing, Joe. Whatever you got to do, right? I made tater soup today. Ooh, that sounds yummy. I'm not even going there, Rabbit. How many is a few, Joe? This going through things. Wow, that's awesome. Nope. I um I think my chat is freezing on one side. That's awesome. I got to tell you, and not that I am comparing, my anxiety issues with what you've gone through, but I agree. Helping others, I think that's one of the reasons I am doing this also because the more I talk to you guys and you guys give me your tips and and I hear different things of how you guys deal with things and such, it helps me. And it also helps me knowing that I've helped a couple of people have told me that I've really helped them. And that was like the biggest, I don't know how to describe it. Just such a great feeling that that I actually helped somebody because I don't want to see anybody go through what I went through. Right back at you. And I think you have my phone number. If you don't, you, I feel like you do. But if you don't, I mean, Miss Metal's got it, Share Bear's got it. I think half the people in this chat have it. I know Dusty has it. Dusty, did I ask you how what we talked about the other day, if it helps you? And if you answered me, I don't think I saw it. Yeah, see, that would be me. It takes a really strong person to do what she did. That is amazing. I don't know if Dusty's still in here. Oh, good. So happy. That's another thing. You know what? It's terrible. I don't want to talk about anything that is, not mine to talk about. So, where are you? Which country are you in, if you don't mind me asking? Yeah, I can imagine it wasn't. Forgiveness takes a lot. You know what? Forgiveness it helps you. It doesn't necessarily help the other person. But it does help you. It helps your own stress level, your own anxiety. If you could learn to forgive yourself, not yourself, of somebody else who has done something to you, your family, whether it's small or huge, if you can learn to forgive them, it takes a lot. And I'm still learning that because there's still people I cannot forgive. And I'm trying to let it go, but it's hard. Oh, okay. That's a great age. Great train age. It really is. You know what? I am trying to work on forgiving my father and my brother, and I can't. Goodness. Yeah. And it's not like you have to forget. You can forgive and not forget, but and the forgiveness is really for you. So I try. It just has I haven't gotten there yet. No such thing as too much coffee. Yeah, there's sometimes we have two devil dogs in here. Oh, okay. Very true. You don't want to do something that will only worsen your life. Because you know what? They say that, even after you do something to get even your revenge, you don't feel like you think you're going to. They say that, I don't know who they are, but it's, you go out and you do something to get even with somebody and you think you feel like a weight is going to be lifted, but the only thing it does is it doesn't give you that sense of satisfaction that you're looking for, and it just can hurt you more if you do something that is not legal and you end up in jail. Then you still don't have that satisfaction you were looking for, and now your life is worse for it. So definitely think before you and remember that your loved ones don't want you to go and put yourself in jail for them. If it's something to that effect, they don't want you to do that. And if they do, then they don't love you. Aw, Kevin, you're awesome. Right. Forgiveness doesn't mean forgetting. It just means that you are your own peace. You need to let it go for your own peace of mind. Just kidding. There's no such thing. Right? Oops. Oh, I almost just deleted your comment instead of, but you did it. And that's awesome. I wish I could. Hey, Turning Guns. Exactly. That's exactly it. When seeking revenge, dig two graves. Absolutely. You know what? Leave it up to God or higher power or whatever it is you believe in. Eventually, you don't have to force karma to come. It eventually will, whether it's now or after, but it will. Hey Frank. Um Me rambling, that's about it. Sometimes incoherently. Yeah, you know what? It doesn't wake me up, but it also doesn't um but I still need it in the morning to get going. I have to get up, drink my coffee, sit, relax before anybody else gets up. I've been drinking coffee for a long time too. I used to drink the end of my grandfather's coffee when it was cold, and he used to drink it sweet. So I used to have like this much left in the cup, and I used to drink the rest of it. They kept telling me it would stunt my growth, and I think it did. And, okay, number two is in the drink soaking was up to 90. Oh my god. Yeah, that's too hot. You should cancel that weather. I don't know if apologies mean nothing. I mean, I agree with you. If you know you're going to have to apologize for it, you probably shouldn't be doing it. But I do think apologies go a long way. There you go. As long as those apologies come, you know, legit, like legit, they're actually like mean. Then yes, I think apologies go a long way. And if somebody means it when they say something and they say like, "Hey, I'm sorry," then you know what? You're forgiven. Everybody makes mistakes, and you don't always think of the consequences or who you're going to hurt when you do something. Sometimes you do something and you just you say something stupid and and it hurts somebody and you didn't realize it beforehand. So if somebody says, "You know what? I'm sorry," forgiven, done. But I'm not talking about the big stuff. I'm talking about stupid little stuff. God says vengeance is mine. Yeah, but I just, and not that I'm above it, I'm not, because sometimes you want to push karma along, but always think before you do something. And again, I'm talking little stuff. I'm not talking about, big things, hiding somebody's lunch on them or something. But then they go out and they eat yours. I saw coffee would make my hair white and my teeth curly. That's a strange one. I never actually heard that. That's funny. Much love to you too, PJ. And anytime, seriously. That's awesome. Throughout high school didn't stop my growth. It didn't make me look. Aw, don't say that. It goes to think about your thinking. Don't lash out in anger. That's really good advice. Most people don't adhere to it though, me included. As soon as I get angry, I'm yelling, I'm screaming, I'm saying things that I don't mean. It's I'm very, but I have gotten to the point where I don't I don't do anything permanent anymore without thinking it through. Usually, like cutting off like relationships or something like that. I try to put things in perspective these days. More of, all right, let's see how I feel tomorrow morning, and still feel if I feel like that. And if I do, then I usually talk to somebody about it first and see, again, perspective. Oh, you're going to take your wrench, go home? I got you, Steele. You have a great night. I don't I don't ascribe to karma. I do believe it's because some people need to be unalived. Of course, that's more violent. Yeah, but I believe that that's not ours to take care of. That's just me. All right. So, if you guys have anything else you want to talk about, anything else you want to share, otherwise, I'm going to cut it off. We're almost at an hour, and I still need to eat some dinner. Have a good night. Oh no, I don't like tuna. Well, I mean, tuna casserole, unless that just is like mayonnaise and like celery and onions. That's good, but the whole casserole thing turns me off. Oh, you're so sweet, Double Dog. Thank you. That's okay. Always spend time with your boys. Way more important. Exactly. You'll never get this time back. So enjoy it while they're young, because in about a week and a half, they're going to be asking you for the car keys. Yeah, this is a great chat. I love you guys. Kevin, you are awesome, my brother. All right, I'm going to shut it down. So, if anybody, as I said, if anybody ever needs anything, if you have any kind of questions, leave a comment in the chat if you want to talk about something specific, or have any questions, or want my email. As I said, I am always available, and I never, sometimes it's a lot easier to talk to somebody at the other end of a phone or an email who is not in your immediate circle. So anybody needs anything, you let me know. Otherwise, I'm sure I will talk to you all soon in another chat. Have a great night, everybody.